What's good? What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Pat Bernard right here for your Philadelphia Flyers post-game show, the attacking Jawn, the third line Jawn, right here on the Stream Punk Entertainment. And Scott Lofton, a one-man army tonight. A one-man army is Scott Lofton. He crushed the Red Wings. It's so funny because for so many years we've seen players against Philadelphia sports that were always a pain to our sides, right? Like the Sidney Crosbys of the world that always was a pain to our side. The Reggie Millers. I mean, there's been players that have always been a pain to the Philadelphia sports side. But however, Scott Lofton, he owns real estate to the Red Wings. I think prior was like nine goals out of 11 games, something like that. But tonight he put he put the nail in the coffin. He put the stomp on those boys tonight. 4 goals, all from him. All from him. Just sharp. So, he was just really, really sharp tonight. And I was saying in the back of my mind prior to this game, I think Scott Lofton was due for a night. And boy, it came to fruition because he was on fire. He was. He came to play again. He gets the again, someone from the Red Wings wants to make a dump pass without even looking. He picks up the puck and shoots and goes the other way and takes on a breakaway. First goal. Then the odd man rush on the shorty. Him and Travis Konechny coming up off the rush, coming up, finds the back in the net, makes it 2, and then he comes up with 2 empty netters. Like the hat parade wasn't enough. Scott Lofton came with his A game tonight. And just think how this team, up until this point, right? They've been on the road, back home, on the road, back home, day in and day out. This guy came and stepped up tonight. And I got to give kudos to Cam Tablet up until the second period, because up until second period, he stopped 24 goals. There were some plays that he was making. Mitchkov was trying to get one, trying to find the back of the net. Cam York, Morgan Frost, you name it. The whole team was trying to find the back of the net, and he was making some big plays, right? So, especially the one Mitchkov, he would rob Mitchkov. He slides over and makes that spectacular glove save. Takes his scoring opportunity away. And Tyson Forster was trying to find the back of the net. Again, nothing on paper. And Cam Tablet was really on fire. Like I said, really, really a solid defensive game. You figure both teams were going to come in with a little bit of a sluggish start because both teams were just on the road. Coming back into Philly. Again, great kudos for the defense on both sides in the first period, but the second period, man, this is where this guy, again, Scott Lofton, a one-man army tonight. A one-man army. He single-handedly spanked the Red Wings tonight. He was in a zone tonight. There was no answer from the Red Wings. And look, take it. Look, the Red Wings won on the road against the Sabres, winning 6-5. So they might have been out of steam themselves. And that's a veteran old team. They've just lost 5 out of 6 games. But now the Flyers slowly climb up. It's falling now right in that 7th seed with 13 wins, 11 losses. Currently holding that spot. A great night from the Philadelphia Flyers. Great night. And again, I go back to the goalies. Really, but on both sides, because it didn't take till the third period for the Red Wings to finally get one in. And kudos to Alexei Kozlov for just playing a heck of a game, just being on his A game. Another guy, again, it took time for some traffic to get involved, for someone to find the back of the net, but he's been spectacular. He's been really spectacular. Again, and I was worried about Alexei Kozlov getting some ice time because for the past couple of games it's been nothing but Sam Arison. Sam Arison's been getting the reps, getting the starts for the last couple of games. I was really curious to see how this guy was going to respond for not being on the ice for the Philadelphia Flyers, and he answered the bell well. Both, and I got to answer, other than Scott Lofton beating the brakes out off the Red Wings, but I mean, up until the second period, Cantablis was out of action up until that point. But yeah, he started playing a little bit of a better game, and then, like I said, Scott Lofton was cooking tonight. He was just cooking them. Just being in the right place at the right time. Again, Detroit makes a dump pass without even looking and dumps it right into his hands. He makes that breakaway. Boom. He gets his first goal. Then he gets the shorty on the power play for the Red Wings. He makes the shorty, him and Travis Konecny off the rush. They find the back of net. And then he gets the two empty netters. Really, really solid stuff. I'm happy for this team. Again, this team now is slowly but climbing, looking like a playoff team, looking like one. And I get it. The Red Wings are a bottom feeder team. They got all the guys, as you've seen, they got Patrick Kane on there, Tarasenko still in there, bunch of older veteran guys trying to make a splash, give it, I guess, one more go around. But and I want to give the Red Wings some due, because it would be better. Ben Chara would get their only goal, and that would be it. But other than that, like I said, this was a Scott Lofton night. This was a Scott Lofton night tonight. He played phenomenal. He played really, really good. Again, not much scoring. Not much scoring from anybody else other than Scott Lofton. Really solid performance. I mean, this was his night. I mean, obviously he was your star of the game. Obviously he was feeling it. Again, he was been MIA up until this point, trying to find, like, hey, he's hasn't scored. He only has 4 goals on the season up until this point. But yeah, this was his night. He would start cooking. Really, really great performance. He was, just like I said, just being at the right time in the right places tonight. Off of every rush tonight. Yeah, there you go, Adam. That's what I'm talking about. Sky too hotty, and that's what he was tonight. Sky too lofty. Scotty too lofty. He was a playmaker tonight for this Philadelphia Flyers team. Now, again, horrible weekend for your Philadelphia Flyers, but a big-time win Tuesday over Columbus Blue Jackets, a big-time win over the Red Wings tonight. Now you're building confidence, and mind you, you beat the brakes, I want to say, the beginning of the season against the Minnesota Wild. So you might already have real estate in their heads. You have real estate there. You own them. So I don't know if they take a big win on Saturday. Look out. So, but yeah, we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on here with the Philadelphia Flyers. Again, great win. I mean, guys, this team is just doing all things well right now. So, guys, I want to quickly go over the scoreboard with you guys. Let me quickly go over the scoreboard with you guys around the league. A couple great games to look out for tonight. I'm sorry, I was just my little guys out there talking to me. Great matchups. One match had caught my eye. Actually, one of the games in the night. The New Jersey Devils beat the L.A. Kings. The L.A. Kings were coming in these games with 6 wins, and the Devils pulled them off to a 3-1 win. Huge night for the Devils. Kind of put the fire out, if you will. Right now, middle of the third, the Islanders beating the brakes off the Chicago Blackhawks right now. San Jose is in St. Louis tonight, and the Sharks are winning 3-1 right now over the Blues. That's middle of second period. Middle of second period, you got the Predators up 3-0 right now over the Stars. Of course, my other game of the night right now would be the Golden Knights taking on the Winnipeg Jets. You have the Edmonton Oilers right now, middle of second period, taking on the Minnesota Wild. The Oilers up 3-1. That Utah Hockey Club, who we just saw here not too long ago, this past Sunday, 1-0 over the Avalanches are starting to fall apart a little bit. The Avs are starting to fall apart. 1-1 right now at the top of the first between Lightning and the Flames. The Panthers and the Canucks are going to get going about another 15 minutes. The Boston Bruins are going to take on the Kraken tonight. And, of course, your finals. The Maple Leafs take a 3-2 win over the Ducks. The Penguins took the Montreal Canadiens to the woodshed tonight, winning 9-2. And, of course, your Philadelphia Flyers win 4-1 over the Red Wings. And in overtime, the Capitals take care of business against the Blue Jackets. And that would be your scores of the night. So, guys, let's talk more about this game. Like I said, we cannot talk any more about Scott Lofton. I mean, there's, like I said, not too much action that was going on. Again, my player of the game is obviously Scott Lofton, just being in the right place at the right time. Off the breakaways, off the rush. He was just finding the back of net. He gets 2 empty netters, 2 goals. Like I said, he fills it, gets the Hattie, and on top of that, he puts a nail in the coffin by getting himself 4 goals on the night. 4 goals, looking really, really good tonight. This was a breakout game for Scott Lofton. Again, he plays really, really well against those Detroit Red Wings. So, of course, then you got the Philadelphia Flyers. Again, Saturday afternoon, we'll be heading to Minnesota taking care of business. Hopefully, they'll be taking care of business. Hopefully, they can have the same turnout like they did here in South Philly. Guys, what stood out to you about this Philadelphia Flyers game? A lot of good things, a lot of good positives you could take away. You could take a lot of good positives away. And the goaltending, let's go back to the goaltending, like I have right here, the goalie's showdown. Because Cam Talbot, like I said, you have to give his dues. He makes some spectacular saves, but so did Alexei Kozlov, only letting in 1 goal. Only letting 1 goal on the night. That's pretty good. He played his tail off tonight. And like I said, Sam Harrison's been getting most of the reps, getting his feet back, underneath him. So Kozlov had to take the ride on the bench for a few nights, and he stepped in and he answered the bell. He answered the bell tonight. So, guys, I want to hear from you. Flyer fans, where are you at? You should be excited for this team. After having a horrible weekend, you come back and you pounce on. Like Tuesday was the most completed game I've seen from the Philadelphia Flyers. The way that the offense was just straight cooking. And tonight was just like again, this team was on tired of being fatigued, all that stuff. So again, you look at the Philadelphia Flyers numbers. Again, just doing a great job. And Alexei Kozlov faced 26 goals. He stopped 25 goals and only stopped 25 out of 26. Really solid stuff. And I'm going to go over. So again, really good stuff. This team has it going on right now. And how about Mr. John Tortorella making some substitute changes, making some healthy scratches, bringing Zumala back into the game. Again, sitting down Andre. So, good. Like I said, yeah, like if anything, this Philadelphia Flyers team shows you how much depth do they have on the squad. Like this team is built for all four lines are clicking. Like I said, Tuesday was their most completed game on offense. Tonight, you figured there was going to be some fatigue. Like I said, you go from Columbus, Ohio, coming into tonight's game, and they just answered the bell on every aspect of the game. Offense, defense, goaltending. This team is really solid. So, guys, let me know what you guys seen tonight. I want to hear from Flower fans. Where are you guys at? Reactions. Come on. I want to hear from you guys. A solid performance from the Flyers. If I'm going to give grades, if I'm going to give this game a grade, Flyers games, I'm going to give it an A. An A+. An A+. Only giving up one goal late in the third. I expected fatigue legs were going to settle in with this game from traveling. They came to play tonight. They played their best hockey Tuesday. It carried over. They took care of a veteran old team. That's what they were supposed to do. I mean, of course, they could use a little work on the power plays. Obviously, that needs to be better for this team to score a little bit more on the power plays. But I'm okay with this team. They're better. They're playing better 5-on-5 hockey. They're playing really well. Again, how many times? And I know they had a couple times where they gave up the puck in their own zone and stuff like that. So the Philadelphia Flyers win tonight 4-1, all because of one man, Scott Lofton. The Scott Lofton show was on tonight. Guys, tell me what you feel. Tell me what you saw. This team answered the bell. Scott Lofton answered the bell. He stepped up when he knew there was going to be tired legs out there. Cam Tablet was playing his best goaltending game, coming off an injury, making some big plays. But once Scott Lofton found the back of the net, that was it. That's all it took. That's all. He found one crack in the wall, and that was it. And then he put a hole in the wall. It didn't take long for Cam Tablet to handle business. I'm sorry, Scott Lofton. Scott Lofton found one little crack in the hole, and then he made a big giant hole in the wall. Sharp. He was real sharp tonight. Solid performance from one Scott Lofton. Like it says here on the banner, a one-man army. He definitely was. Team travels out to Minnesota, guys. What do you guys think? I think this team can go for 3 straight. I think they can run it back. So, listen, guys, I want to say thank you to everyone who's checked into the show. Thanks for the love and support here. I got a couple guys who gave me some hearts and all that stuff. Thank you so much. Again, the Philadelphia Flyers take it again. Owen Tippett owns, not Owen Tippett, Scott Lofton owns real estate inside the minds of the Red Wings. Owns real estate up there. Like I said, I've seen a bunch of players in Philadelphia sports that were a pain on our side we just couldn't get it out of our minds. Crosby's. Yeah. Those early 90s, there's been so many athletes that's come through here and it's pain us. But this Flyers team and Scott Lofton owns real estate inside that man's mind, inside the Detroit Red Wings' mind. So, guys, listen, I'm Pat Bernard. I want to say thank you so much for your time. Your Philadelphia Flyers, one more time, have won 4-1. They will be traveling to Minnesota. Joe and James will have you guys covered for the Minnesota game. All right, guys, thank you so much. Bye-bye.